Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of this series on talking about my traveling and studying abroad experiences in Mexico. In this video we'll be looking at la comida, food, and la familias, the family. So first I just want to talk a little bit about this guy you're looking at here in the picture. I believe this was a stop that we made on our way to Teotihuacan, which I talked about in one of the previous videos in this series. And what he did is he kind of jumped up on top of this giant cactus and he told us about the different uses that the cactus had, what it could produce and help people make while they were there. I think part of it was used to make tequila, and then they also used the inside of it as like a fabric to help make clothing and stuff like that. Afterwards, we got to sit down and eat some food. So as you can see here, that good-looking guy right over here, that's me, and then this was my roommate throughout most of the trip, Ryan. And anyway, we got to sit down, and I believe I got to eat some of my first tacos mexicanos, authentic Mexican tacos, and they were really good. I had those several times at many different restaurants throughout Mexico. So when you're there, be sure to try out different types of food, as you'll have many opportunities to sit down and look at different menus. Definitely try different things so you can find out what the food is like and what kind of food people eat, maybe in Oaxaca versus maybe Jalisco or Cuernavaca, or wherever you're from, I don't know, or wherever you're visiting. It's worthwhile to try out the different types of foods. So after I think a week or so of traveling, we went to the city of Cuernavaca, and this is where I stayed for about 4 of the 6 weeks while I was in Mexico. And during these 4 weeks, I spent those at during the weekdays at one of the local schools, going and taking classes. One of them was on Gramática, and I honestly don't remember what the other one was on. I think it was on Conversación. I'm pretty sure it was Conversación. And one of the teachers I had was pretty cool. She was a Mexican teacher, and the other one was just one of the university professors from my university, whom I already knew, so that was nice. But anyway, off topic here. The people we're looking at here, over here on the right, were the parents of the family that I stayed with. So they were our hosts for the 4 of the 6 weeks we were there. Really nice people. Got to know them pretty quick. You'll probably find that if you're still in early stages of learning Spanish, that you might feel somewhat intimidated because your Spanish isn't going to be nearly as good as theirs if you're like me, a non-native speaker. But for the most part, not for the most part, for the entire time, they're very nice and very understanding of the language barrier that was there, and understanding that I was still learning. So it was really nice to get to know them. And I have one more picture of them for you right here. So I'm sorry, after this picture. This is a picture of the La Comunidad, the community that we were living in. And one of the things I learned over here was a different word for swimming pool, which is alberca, which you can use that in Mexico, aside from la piscina, and I think there's another word as well. I'm just not totally sure. But anyway, we lived in one of these houses. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was one of the ones over here on the side. And it was this big, not big actually, it was a small fenced-in community, and it was a really big wall that was around it, so it was very secure, or they definitely made you feel that way. And that's kind of what that looked like there. And over here we have one more picture, and this was the family that I was living with. Of course, minus my roommate, who was not in this picture. He's probably taking it. But I remember that his name was Danielle, her name was Daniela. I don't remember what her name was, and I definitely don't remember what their names were. I'm pretty sure I have them written down somewhere. I should probably look those up so I can remember. But they were a very nice family. They made a lot of food for us. They tried to even once in a while make some American quote-unquote food once in a while, just to kind of appease our American appetite. But the food they made was really good. They made good, like these big hearty breakfasts. Of course, the lunch was always really good, and they even fulfilled the idea of having a small light dinner, and it was late too, like at 9 o'clock at night. We eat something small for dinner, which was, of course, totally different from what we do in the U.S. So the family was great to live with. I got to learn a lot. My ability to understand when spoken to definitely increased a lot while I was there, so that's something that you're going to get out of your trip while you're there. And definitely try out lots of different foods. So that's it for this series, or for this video anyway. Check out the next one with a link in the description. Hasta luego.